Good morning everyone, or good afternoon, or perhaps good evening, wherever you may be, or perhaps it's in the middle of the night. I don't know, I can't possibly guess. So this podcast contains vocabulary such as phrasal verbs, expressions, and words for items of clothing. So this kind of podcast is perfect for you if you're preparing for a first certificate or a high-level exam. Or perhaps you just want to perfect your English. You want to learn new words, you want to be able to speak more fluently, you want to be able to converse with people around the world at a higher level. This podcast is perfect because it has the high level English that you need. So this particular podcast goes together with an online course for first certificate and IELTS that we have on our platform. If you are interested, go give it a try for 14 days. It's completely free. I'll leave the link in the description, which is english360.brtschool.co.uk. You can prepare for the first certificate exam or the IELTS exam, or if you're just learning English, there is a course for the A2B1 level. So go ahead and try that. So as I said, today's lesson is about clothes, and in the first certificate or the IELTS or the CAE exam for that matter, you need to be able to talk about your clothes, the way you dress up, your tendencies, etc. So we will start with some basic expressions that we can use in this context. So first of all, you need to know the word outfit, which means the way you look, your clothes, and the word look itself. For example, you may have a 70s look, you may have a vintage look, you may have a very urban look. So there you have a few different ways of saying the word look. So the first expression is, I like the way you're dressed up, or I like your outfit, or I like your look. You can use these expressions to give somebody a compliment. So when you're talking about yourself, you can use this expression. You can say, I'm the kind of person, and then you can add what you want to say. For example, I'm the kind of person who likes to stand out or who doesn't like to stand out, which means I like to look different or I don't like to look different. I'm the kind of person who is relaxed about the way they dress up. I'm the kind of person who doesn't fuss much about their looks. To fuss means to worry too much. I'm the kind of person who doesn't spend an awful lot on clothes. For instance, personally speaking, I am somewhere in the middle. I like to spend money on clothes, but not too much. I sometimes put things together, or I like to look for bargains. And there are shops who unfortunately are going out of business. And just the other day, a great deal on jackets and blazers, which is like a kind of jacket, which I just couldn't turn down. And they were more than 70% discounted. So I took the advantage and I jumped at the chance. So if you fuss about your looks, it means you pay a lot of attention. If you don't fuss about your looks, you don't worry too much about your looks. So how much do you spend on clothes? Do you spend an awful lot? Do you spend very little? Do you look for bargains? Do you look for deals? Okay, so I'm the kind of person who puts together things to come up with different outfits. So there are people who are very capable of putting different items of clothing together to come up with a different look, and which is a great skill in itself. So if you can do that, kudos to you. Next, I am the kind of person who likes to keep up to date with the latest fashion. So the expression or the phrasal verb to keep up to date is highly frequent. It means that you want to know the latest details about something. So there are people who like to keep up to date with the fashion. I am not one of them, simply because I haven't got the time or the luxury to be able to do that. You can also say, I like to keep up with the latest trends, which is the same thing. There is this expression, to sport a look. It means to have a particular look. So you might go to a party and you might sport an urban look because that's the way you feel. Okay, so let's move on to the next expression, which is I love to. I love to go out shopping. I love to splash out on clothes, which means I love to spend a lot of money altogether on clothes. I love to save up for expensive items like designer clothes. For instance, if you want to buy a highly expensive item of clothing, you will have to save up unless you're born rich or your parents can give you that kind of money. So that's that. To make an effort about the way I look. So I love to make an effort about the way I look. It means I love to take my time and do my best and try to look the best I can. I love to present a sophisticated look because I work in a formal environment. So when you're presenting a look, it means you have that look. I love to present a sophisticated look. Personally speaking, I'm a teacher, so I love to have a very not a classy look, but a very smart look. Yeah. Sometimes I'll wear a jacket and a tie and a shirt. Sometimes I'll wear a high neck sweater if it's cold, of course. If it's hot, people will think I'm out of my mind. So, and then there's expression to show off. You can show off your look. You can show off your outfit. You can show off your watch you're wearing or your car. To show off means like, you're trying to tell people what you have. It's not looked at as a good thing. So next expression is, I've never really been a person who cares too much about their looks or cares about designer labels like Armani, like Yves Saint Laurent, like Louis Vuitton. So then we have other expressions like to slip something on. That means when you're in a hurry, you put on whatever clothes you can find and you go out. That's to slip something on. Spend a great deal more on accessories than on clothes. Some people spend a great deal more on accessories than on clothes. So they spend thousands on a watch, but very little on clothes. So the expression here to remember is a great deal more. A lot more, a great deal more. If the difference is less, you can say slightly more. Gucci is by far the best designer label in my honest opinion. If you want to use the expression by far, it means among all the others. It's highly extravagant and outlandish. So extravagant meaning something out of normal. Outlandish means even more out of normal. Something totally crazy. Balenciaga is a high-end brand, being innovative and expensive and bold. So high-end brand is a brand which costs an arm and a leg, literally. You'll be paying in the thousands for a simple piece of garment. Garment is another way of saying clothes, but you use the expression piece of garment in this case. Armani is slightly more elegant than Hugo Boss, so we're looking at the word slightly more, which means a little bit more. Louis Vuitton is considerably more expensive than Armani. Considerably more expensive means a lot more expensive. Dior perfumes are increasingly more in demand than before. It means that the demand is going up. So it's increasingly more means it's getting more and more. Then we have Prada. Prides itself on uncompromised quality and freedom of expression. So Prada prides itself on uncompromised quality, meaning the quality is beyond any doubt, and freedom of expression. So that's what they do. That's their trademark. So the expression is to pride yourself on, meaning that's your particular characteristics. So let's talk about some materials that people use in clothing. So you have obviously cotton, which is the most common material, I suppose. Then you have silk, which comes from little worms, silkworms, and it's highly expensive. Then we have linen, which is particularly useful in the summer. It's a kind of cotton. Then we have polyester, of course, which is quite common because of its use in sports clothing and not only. Then you have wool, especially for sweaters, for jumpers. You have a kind of wool called cashmere. Fur, which is animal skin, especially with hair, like fox. I'm totally against fur, so that's where I stand. You have to kill an animal in a brutal fashion to get their skins, sometimes while they're alive. So fur is a no-no for me. Then you have lace, which is a kind of material which you might see on tables. It's normally white. It's like an embroidered piece of cloth. It looks very classy. Then you have different metals like gold, silver, platinum, copper, brass, and steel as well. Increasingly, people are using steel jewelry, aren't they? I have a steel ring, for example. I find it very nice and urban. Then you have different types of jewelry: earrings, bracelet. Earrings go on your ears, bracelet on your wrist, watch as well, which is not jewelry, but it can be if it's expensive. Necklace on your neck. And some of the clothes that you might need to know, that you might already know, are trousers, in American English pants, jeans, shorts, socks, trousers on your legs, pants on your legs in American English, shorts if you're going to the beach, tights, especially girls when it's very cold. They wear these kind of socks which are semi-transparent and they go all the way up to their hips. Then you have shirt, and then you have t-shirt, and then you have half sleeve shirt, which means it's like a proper shirt, but the sleeves are only half. They don't go all the way down to your wrist. Sweater, jumper, high neck jumper, cardigan, etc. Obviously, sweater, jumper, and high neck jumpers, they're all for winter. They're made of wool, and you wear them either on top of a shirt or just on their own. Then you have suit when you go to work. You have jacket and trousers, jacket on its own, blazer, which is a kind of formal jacket, vest, it's a kind of garment that you wear under your jacket, and tie, of course. You also have bow tie, which is the kind of tie that Charlie Chaplin used to wear. One important word to know is size. Yeah, you can be a small size, medium size, or large size. It's the way you are. It's how big you are. So size is the word we use for that. If you're buying a pair of trousers or jeans, you need to know your waist. This is the same pronunciation as the word waist. Don't waste your time, but the spelling is different. What is your waist? You know, you could be 32 inch, 30 inch, or 45 or 50 or whatever the number is in the country you are in. So you need to know your waist. You need to know your inner leg, which is the distance from your groin till the end of your leg. When you're buying a shirt, you need to know your collar size. For example, mine is 15.5. Yours might be more or less. So these words are important when you're buying clothes in any English-speaking country. So what is your favorite brand? What is your favorite label? Let me know in the comment section. Then you have other accessories, belt. If your trousers are too loose, you wear a belt. Underwear, which is under your trousers, is the same word for women and men, by the way. So when you're stark naked, the first thing you wear is underwear, then you put on your trousers. A kind of underwear is boxer shorts, which is normally for men. Then you have bra, which is the short form of brassiere, or the French say brassiere. It's for ladies. They wear it on the top, and normally just use the word bra. Right, where were we? Then you have footwear, shoes, boots. There are kind of shoes which go all the way over your ankle. You have snow boots when it's snowing, for example, or cowboy boots. Then you have trainers. You have the word sneakers, which is commonly used in America, but also in Britain. Sandals that you wear to the beach. So trainers and sneakers for sport. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, hit the like button. And do try out the courses that we have on english360.brtschool.co.uk. We have a 14-day money-back guarantee. So if you're not satisfied, we will refund your money. No questions asked. Have a great day and happy learning. Peace.